Everyone did an oopsie! Pew News. My name is Burger, and you're watching the most respectable news site outlet of all time. That is not our personal bias, that is just straight up facts. Now some news for a lesser media outlet. BuzzFeed, everyone. Pathetic. BuzzFeed prints a one-off magazine. Wow, that's incredible. Wow, how innovative. Going back to print, what a great idea. And put Momo on the cover. This is phenomenal work, BuzzFeed. Good job, BuzzFeed. You really did. You really outdone yourself this time, BuzzFeed. Can I sound a little bit more condescending? So this was on my Twitter newsfeed. For some reason, Twitter decided, hey, you want to know about this? BuzzFeed, everyone. It's, and I love all the responses to this, basically. No one cares. Good call, moving to print. Booming industry. So you're telling me the creative director said, when history looks back at BuzzFeed's #1 issue, we want the iconic mama to be on the cover. Well, too bad there won't be any history for BuzzFeed. I know, this is so sad. Last month, it was reported that as many as 2,100 people have lost their media jobs in the past 2 weeks. BuzzFeed having a cut of 15% of its staff. This is so sad. Okay, I'm not giving my opinion, but I'm literally shaking and crying right now. BuzzFeed, who hires such amazing people like Joe Bernstein. Oh God, no. Oh, and not Vice too. Vice laying off 10% of their workforce. Vice that does such incredible journalism. I mean, this is a huge blow for journalism. How are we possibly going to survive? Now, obviously, people losing their job is not to be celebrated, but it's kind of hard to feel bad for companies that have run these smear campaigns, and not just against me, but other people as well. Are you how long do they keep thinking they could do this kind of stuff without getting away with it? Obviously, there are many factors involved, but I find it ironic and funny how BuzzFeed 2 years ago, after the Wall Street Journal scandal, posted about my downfall, writing, his downfall feels anti-capitalist, it feels non-conformist, it makes us feel all the things we love to feel when trying to prove we're better than that. Well, what a downfall indeed. Have fun, BuzzFeed. I'll be laughing all the way. Next news comes from Captain Marvel. That's right, y'all know I would talk about this. The reason why I haven't done a Pew News in a while is I haven't been too invested in what's happening, and it's been kind of nice, to be honest, but this is one of those news that you can't escape. It's been literally everywhere, recommended in all the feeds. Rotten Tomatoes explains why it removed thousands of audience reviews on Captain Marvel's opening day. Well, I don't even have to research this. Disney paid them! That is not facts. That is just pure speculation. But it also, most importantly, is my opinion. Basically, if you don't know what happened here, the Captain Marvel audience score review on Rotten Tomatoes was at 33%, and then a lot of reviews just disappeared and got deleted. Some people were estimating over 50,000, and now it's sitting at 55% like ratio. Now, whoever still enjoys Marvel films, you know, that's up to you, but a lot of people define this as trolls, you know. This is trolls, and therefore we have every right to remove their review. If you're a troll, then your opinion doesn't count, basically. Ah, yes, trolls. That's a good excuse to remove freedom of speech. If you're a troll, then you're not allowed to voice your opinion. This annoys me so much because it reminds me of the goddamn Amy Schumer thing. I don't know if you remember her Netflix special, which was one of the worst thing I've ever watched. And I watched that with an open mind. 5% like this film, according to Google users. After the bad reviews came out on Netflix from the Amy Schumer special, they removed the 5-star rating system, which now makes it impossible to find something that you actually like on Netflix. I've just given up trying to find stuff from there. Rotten Tomatoes says that it was a bug that removed 10,000s of audience review. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes, sure. Are we expected to believe this? Now, you might ask yourself, why? Why was it getting bad reviews in the beginning? Well, some people obviously liked the film. Some people described it as bland and not that interesting. And I mean, considering how many Marvel films they've done at this point, it's probably kind of hard to innovate. Personally, I think a lot of people dislike this film because of the main actress, Brie Larson, who is probably one of the most unlikable lead female characters I've seen in a long time. I mean, just...
And one more question. What does it mean to be a woman in film?
It means it's really hard. And if you're a woman of color, then it's really, really hard.
God, everyone just wants to be a victim, don't they? Imagine being the lead of a multi-million, what is it, like 500 million? What was the budget for this? It doesn't matter. And then say it's really hard. Imagine being attractive, being paid millions, and then going, it's so hard. Like, Jesus Christ. Imagine being the figure of a female strong character and going, it's really hard. Jesus Christ. Now, what's ironic about this whole situation about reviews getting removed is that Larson herself in the past expressed that she doesn't like the way the system of reviews is done because a movie that she liked, what was it, A Tangle in Time or something? What was it called? A Wrinkle in Time. Got bad reviews. Her response to that was basically, well, it wasn't made for you. 67% of white men are making these reviews. That's why it got bad reviews, because it wasn't made for white men. Okay.
Have released findings that 67% of the top critics reviewing the 100 highest grossing movies in 2017 were white males. Less than a quarter were white women, and less than 10% were unrepresented men. Only 2.5% of those top critics were women of color.
It's important to note the fact here that Brie Larson doesn't hate white men.
And I'm also saying I don't hate white dudes. I'm just saying...
I'm not supposed to give my opinion, but I'm just saying.
Am I saying that I hate white dudes? No, I'm not.
Let me try and unwrinkle this. She hates white dudes, or... I don't understand.
And for the third time, I don't hate white dudes.
Now, whether you agree with her or not, I think her politics is what muddled people's opinion about her, at least. And I think that's fair. You know, not everyone wants politics in everything. And it is getting kind of annoying at this point. I think what annoys me the most out of all this is the straw manning of, if you didn't like this film, then that means you're a troll, or that you don't like seeing strong female characters, or yada yada yada. It's the same thing every time. I stumbled upon this footage, for example.
There are people who get very bent out of shape about the fact that she's a woman and that Brie's a woman and wants to see women moving into an equal place in humanity to men. Sad. It must be sad to be that kind of dinosaur wandering toward the tar pits.
Ah, yes! That's why Alita Battle Angel was getting so much hate as well. That's why people are bent out of shape over that movie getting released, or Wonder Woman, or literally hundreds of female main character films. No one cares. No one is making this argument that people don't want equality or seeing strong female characters, whatever it was he said.
And wants to see women moving into an equal place in humanity to men.
Or that women can move into an equal place out of men. No one is saying that. No one. Maybe like a very small percentage, but of course anyone that dislike this film, you just don't want to see women moving into the same place. You know what? People don't realize how hard it is being a female news anchor, but you don't see me complaining about it. Now, for 100 times more important news, Dog showed up for story time at library, but nobody came to read to him. Unfortunately, nobody signed up to read to Sting at the White Bear Lake Library. I'm shaking and crying. What, Felix? This news was posted a year ago. Why are you talking about this now? It is still relevant, god damn it. Forbes attacks PewDiePie. That's right. They wrote this article saying it's time to unsubscribe from PewDiePie versus T-Series. Okay, alright. They're basically saying both channels have been irresponsible, prioritizing the attention growth of their channels instead of helping to create a wholesome YouTube community. Oh, Forbes just care about creating a wholesome YouTube community. Support the creators. The community is what got involved with this. I didn't even start this whole thing. It's the community that keeps it alive. And they've done so many incredible things that I'm so proud of. And the reason why they're bringing this up is because a few days ago, it came up that someone defaced a World War II memorial by writing subscribe to PewDiePie. This has been covered in so many different places, and obviously it's disgusting. You know, I don't think I've done anything to condone this sort of behavior, but of course, Forbes right after that I've said a good meme for a good cause. And that sort of implying that they even wrote it straight out. The creator hasn't made any effort to temper the extremes of his fan base. What am I gonna do? Like, first of all, that's just not true. I already said in many times that don't do anything legal because that would obviously look bad on me. But doing this sort of print hacks, people doing protests, people holding up signs, all these things are just amazing and really fun to follow, and I think it's really cool. No, I don't think I've done anything to condone this sort of behavior. Obviously it's disgusting. Obviously I don't condone it whatsoever. I don't know why anyone got in their mind to do this. It's just stupid. Most likely it's just a kid. It looks like they just grabbed a stone to scribe it in, and the mix of large and small letters kind of signifies it as well. It looks like it's many different kids. It looks like you could probably remove that pretty easily, at least, which I'm really glad, because I would hate for that to be there. If anyone knows if it has been removed, please let me know, because it's just terrible, honestly. Don't do this. I don't know. It's like I'm expected to say don't do this. Obviously don't do this. I shouldn't have to say it even. But of course, Forbes has to go out of their way to... That's it for Pew News. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Smash like, check out the merch, and I'll see you guys next time. Gloria Borga out. Borga Borga Boo. Borga Borga Bye. Tuber Simulator is now so relevant that it's got a brand new minigame. Craniac. Drop the crane and get fresh items only available in the washing machine-like game. And you say there's more? Of course there is! New knowledge perks, new quests, and new pixelings, and legs. Guys, legs.